yo, if you're in an Uber and the guy's talking to you a little too much for your ride, just tell him and stuff, whatever. Just crack the joke. Is like, ha ha. I used to think like that when I once was a man.
The Podical sound.
Podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Not your average Joseph. Marvelous.
It's ridiculously funny, but funny.
What's up, everybody? I'm Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start the show. Like, comment, subscribe, all the above. All streaming platforms possible. Social medias at Podical Sons.
We are here.
Website, podicalsons.com. And all streaming platforms possible. Podical Sons Podcast. Let's start the show. How you feeling?
Feeling good, my brother. Feeling good. How you feeling, man? You hanging in here?
They try to knock me down.
Try to knock you down.
But I will rise like the phoenix from the ashes.
I was going to say rise like Drake from the locker room.
Yo, I'm not mad at Drake.
I'm not mad at Drake.
I am not mad at Drake.
I'm not mad at Drake.
I think here's the thing, and the funny thing too. I got that piece and stuff in whatever. So we'll go into it, whatever. Then.
Yeah.
Since we here, we won't even like tease the people, make the people wait a little bit, whatever. But I look at it stuff as where Cole and Aubrey still produced.
Right.
Okay. And I say that just like that, right? Because, like I want to say, let's say the devil in me will say that for both of them. The angel in me or like the right in me will look at the stuff as like, how do I know Drake wrote that?
Right.
And then like J. Cole apologized.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So these are the other sides and stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I feel like my personal opinion and stuff is that Drake's side was needed.
Mm-hmm.
And Cole's side, when he said his piece on the 7-minute drill, was needed.
Okay.
Now, contrary to what most people believe, they would think that like I think real hip hop heads aren't for Drake.
Right. Right.
You gotta respect, like you know when to give roses and give the flowers and stuff. Because like I want to say, even on this podcast, we said Drake is a pop star, right?
No.
And then somebody else said, I think somebody commented one time like, he has a song called Pop Star, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry, Smooth, you're right. Drake is a pop star. He's not a rapper, whatever, right? But I look at it stuff as where he still did what rappers would do, what a proper rapper you would respect would do.
But I mean, this is the Drake that we in Toronto witnessing him coming up and going, this is the Drake we know.
Yes.
You know what I mean? The first few albums where everybody was like, yo, this guy's gonna be a problem, right?
Yeah.
So to see that and know that we are from the era where you don't take this is lightly on a record, you reply.
Yes, sir.
And you stand up.
You have to respect. You have to respect.
This was something that just came.
You have to respect. And that's what I'm saying. Like both of them.
Right.
From Drake and Cole.
Right.
Right. Like I said, the other side of stuff is I'm like, because Drake has been in question about not writing his lyrics.
Yeah.
This will always be a thought into the people who will go to the lyrics' lounge. Right? But I look at it stuff as where, I want to say we're kind of like, I don't want to say we're in the minute few. I'm not shitting on like the younger generation.
Yeah.
But I do feel like it's stuff for like the lyrics' lounge. Let's say if you're a hip hop lover and then there's like a different type of club within inside for the lyrics' lounge, you can respect like similes, metaphors, entendres,
right? Yeah,
cadence. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Come here to like, and I'm not saying that to like take shots at anybody.
Yeah,
but it's just that's just what it is.
It's the rhyming aspect is looked at secondly.
Yes,
if you get what I'm saying, it's not like we're so this generation is so used to the rapping being put first. And not the thought of what's actually being written. No, the thought of what's actually being written is well thought
Well
out,
said.
then it's
Absolutely.
being put into the context of a rap.
I fully and 100% agree with you and stuff. It's just like that, whatever.
Yeah.
Because in today's time and stuff, whatever. Again, you get the hickory dickory dot, hickory dickory dot. Walk it like I talk it. Walk it
and
like
not
I
saying,
talk it.
And sometimes you can make it catchy and you can put metaphors in that pattern.
Yeah.
But what we're saying, no, these guys is like, no, you're getting that SA.
Yeah.
That SA. That's what you're getting right now.
Yeah.
What Drake gave you was an essay.
Yeah, because I look at it stuff as where, okay, and then going on back to that, let's say for the lyrics is lounge thing, before we move on to the Drake thing, I look at it stuff as where, like, I've heard lyrics and stuff, whatever, I'm looking at them like, this is where the rap game is.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm looking at them like, I see it, but I'm looking like the wordplay don't make sense.
Right.
You can catch me driving in the Wraith and my girl eating a grape. I heard that. Those words don't even rhyme. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking like, don't think you can slip.
Right.
And I hope people don't start looking for like, where is this nigga talking about? They might be like, hey AI. No, hey algorithm.
Let me know.
What does he mean? Can you find the artist with that song and stuff? But it comes up like that, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Now, again, that's why you have to respect Aubrey for doing his piece, and you have to respect Cole for doing their piece. But again, like I said, it was a hand clap to, again, what you're saying, to echo what you're saying and stuff, whatever, that he kind of came alive.
Yeah.
And then did what was expected of him.
Right, yeah.
Right? Now, Cole, when it comes to Cole, for me, I want to say, I want to go in it, but then fuck it. This is an irregular show. So we're going to go for this piece because this is a part of what I wanted to talk about, whatever, right?
Okay.
So for Cole, for me, I feel like Cole as an individual himself, like I said, that piece of that song, Love Yours.
Yeah.
And it was so dope though, because like on the whole apology thing, he went straight into Love Yours. I was looking like, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I feel like the 7-minute drill is looking like, nigga, if you don't sit your ass down, so he did what was expected.
Right.
And then he's looking like, yeah, but we do preach a lot of this black on black love shit.
Right.
But we don't do it. And I want to be an example and stuff for them because I know, like, regardless of who the fuck I am, my position and stuff is that people fuck with me for me being who I am.
Yeah.
And this is going against
who I am.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I can respect the apology.
Right.
But I'm glad he still gave the fucking 7-minute drill.
He gave the response first and then he
because I look at his stuff as like, Kendrick should flinch. And the reason I say Kendrick should flinch, because I look at his stuff as where Kendrick should flinch and stuff and be like, yo, nigga, don't think it's sweet. You saw what 7-minute drill could do.
Right.
But I have a position I have to play by God. Play with me if you want to.
Play with me.
Because I
if you want to.
Yeah, because I feel like if everything got back to like, oh, happy hunky-dory land.
Right.
And let's say it was like, not even like a cipher. Yeah, say if it started off as a cipher. Like they're somewhere in the studio trying to make a song together in the future. Pieces there, kumbaya has happened. And the cipher's going. And then like, yo, remember we were supposed to go at each other and stuff and you just want to seek peace. And then Kendrick drop his shit because, you know, Kendrick will still be ignorant and drop his shit.
Right.
And then Cole will be like, oh, we doing this for the sport? You about to get 8 like 4 times 2. You know it. You know it. You know it. In your heart of hearts, you know it.
No.
So when I hear people and stuff like Charlamagne, and I like Charlamagne, and when I hear like certain people and stuff be like, I told you the king has came back, whatever. I can't respect a king who doesn't run a kingdom. Kendrick Lamar went ghost, and I would say that and stuff and look in the eye, and I would love to have the conversation and stuff with him.
Right.
For that.
Right.
Cole was working. Drake was working. Drake was doing Tootsie Slide during the pandemic. Where was Kendrick?
They were keeping the industry alive.
Where was Kendrick?
They were keeping Drake, Cole, and then a handful of
Drake
those
and
who would follow them kept the industry.
They try and they try
alive.
they start doing it because of the George Floyd thing. Lil Baby, he had his piece.
Yeah,
I think Lil Corday
was
Corday cooked and became into that level because he didn't start off like that.
Yeah,
and then he transitioned to that, and I like where he is now. I like that and stuff because other kids I remember I never used to like you. And I love your shit, whatever, right? Like the song with him and Anderson .Paak, whatever, I got two girls, that two?
Yeah.
210s, that's what it's called. So I like what they did during the pandemic. Smooth, I ask you on some real grown-ass man shit. Where was Kendrick Lamar? Did he even do a tweet during the George Floyd when this man gave us masterpieces like Damn and Pimp a Butterfly and Good Kid in Mad City?
No,
where was Kendrick Lamar?
He was quiet. He was quiet.
Okay. That's it. So I don't look at his stuff as I'm not going to call him king for that. And then I like Simba. But I didn't like Simba's little freestyle piece, but I understand. You heard it.
You didn't like his little freestyle piece?
You heard it.
I heard it. It felt like for me. It felt like it feels like I'm being left out of the conversation. So let me let everybody know that I'm here.
I'm here.
Yeah. I can respect that.
Okay.
I can respect.
Okay. When you say it like that,
yeah,
you've changed my mind.
Yeah, I can respect that.
When you say it like that, you've changed my mind. Okay, I give you that because the vibe I got and stuff, he's like, yo, Cole, you can't even be mentioned in top 3 and stuff no more. Show me a platinum album, Simba. Show me a platinum album, and then we'll throw you. We'll possibly throw.
Right.
We'll throw you in the hat.
Yeah. Don't take away dudes.
If you don't have a platinum album and stuff like that, whatever, this is not your talk.
Right.
Whatever, right?
But you're gonna get there. Keep doing what you're doing. You'll get there. And your pen is, it's respected.
We've seen.
We've seen it. It's respected.
No. I'm not saying that.
You're not saying that? Well,
okay, you're saying it. Say your piece.
I'm saying that only to say because just hope that down in the future, no pop-ups where we find out it's a ghostwriter thing because that seems to always be the case with some of our favorites that we know now and then. Somebody's saying there's the Kendrick Lamar, there's a reference track out there for it. So they're asking if he got a ghostwriter.
Oh, on the Future and Metro Boomin thing?
They said there was I don't know if it was that, but they said there's a reference track out for it. So
oh wow,
if there's a reference track out for it, somebody's referencing it for somebody else.
So I've never heard that, but I look at it stuff as the part that I was talking about. It's kind of like I think we don't believe you need more people type of stuff,
right?
For Kendrick. But I look at it as where my beef, again, like I asked about, is this hip-hop need beef and stuff, and hip-hop is competition and stuff, whatever. I feel like there's not a problem for him to drop something like, the Control remix?
Yeah.
The time when he's like, yo, I got love for you niggas, but I'm trying to murder you niggas. I'm trying to set the bar high. Whatever, but I look at it stuff as where you don't need a diss track for that. You need, what do you call it? Like from the back of the posse track.
Yeah.
You need a posse track.
Right.
Because I look at stuff as like, if you're on a posse track.
Yeah.
You have a posse track with 5 MCs.
You need a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, the LL. Yeah.
You need
for us to say like, yo.
You need something like that.
All of y'all collaborated on this album, on this track.
Right.
Who had the better bar? That's the spirit of competition.
That's the argument with what's his name? The Noriega track with the Band from TV. That's always a conversation with that track.
Who had the best bar? Who you got? Show me yours, I'll show you mine.
I was always a Pun fan on that track, man.
Pun's verse is up there with me, whatever. Right?
I was always a Pun fan on that track, man.
Pun's verse was up there for me. I'm a Jadakiss fan all the way.
I know you're a Jada fan.
I'm a Jada fan all the way. And I love Cam.
Right.
Right? And Styles held it down too. Can I say that? I'll say this.
Yeah.
Nori had the weakest verse.
Nori had the weakest verse.
Right? That's why he's doing drink champs and other people are still rapping. R.I.P. Pud.
But you know, back then, it's usually the artist whose track it is. They usually come up with the verse first. Did you think he thought everybody else was gonna go off like that?
No, but it's the same thing. Like,
but you don't really respect that though. He just kept his verse
it.
The way it was.
Yeah. Because I look at it stuff as like Bia, right? Something in the bottom of my heart tells me and stuff that Bia, like when they came to the London track with her and Cole,
right?
I felt like she made it, and Cole's like, yeah, for sure, I give you a verse. Because kind of like, remember Summer Walker at the time, like, yo, I need a Cole verse. Everybody wants a Cole verse.
Everybody wanted
right?
a Cole verse, right?
So he's looking like, all right, but he liked that track, he liked the beat, and he flamed it. I forgot it was Bia's track with her because after the beginning piece go off, he looked like, keep it a buck. I kind of fast forward sometimes you let Bia ride. I think you're a beautiful woman.
You let Bia ride.
And I believe in women, empowering women to be great. And you did great by hiring Cole on that track. But then Cole went off and stuff. He's like, when he started talking in the British accent for the Queen,
started
absolutely positive. Isn't it? Like all of that shit. I was looking like, this nigga annihilated this track. So I was a super fan of that. And I can respect that she didn't change her verse.
Right.
She didn't bar up.
Right.
Because she's probably saying herself, I should have barred up. Nori would say I should have barred up. But I guess like it must have, I always just feel like it was made in a collective kind of studio that everybody fucks with.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like the producer just kind of, yo, I made this for Noriega the other day. Dun, 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 dun. And then different people jumped on it and be like, yo, Nori, to finalize the song, you need these niggas that say that they can write a better verse. Can's verse was proper. There's something about nature's beginning that just sets the tone.
Yeah.
So this is the reason why I look at the stuff like nature. I put nature first.
Mm-hmm.
I put nature first. I put pun second, but that's the order that it kind of came in. Then I put Jada, Styles, Cam, then Nori.
Yeah.
But, yo, regardless of rain and snow, sleep or hell, yo, choking niggas like us free will, Golden State, with holding your fate in the palm of my hands. There was something about that just resonated kind of so different. Because when you've heard that, right? Because that's when what's the movie? Space Odyssey 2001. So when you're getting that, you already have that kind of old school feel. I don't know how it might resurrect to the youngins, but you probably gotta see a Space Odyssey 2001 first, then hear that track to know for a fact and be like, God damn, that happened.
Yeah. So now, I mean, with this, we still in Drake? Or we still
running.
Okay,
run it.
So with the whole diss track now that he's dropped, right?
Yeah.
I think the main things that he was getting at, because he got at everybody, but we're really saying,
I think he should.
Yeah, we're really saying Kendrick Lamar picked the fight, and with the whole the Kendrick Lamar parts, he mostly attacked his contract and the fact that he has to break more bread than typical, right?
Yeah.
So you never really heard any attack on the rap skills of a Kendrick Lamar. Do you think like that leaves the opening for him to now come back and say, all right, you can talk all this money talk, but at the end of the day, that's not what defines this game?
No, I think Kendrick Lamar's skills and stuff is like high par, not even subpar.
Right.
High par. I would never disregard that man and his pen game.
Yeah.
I would never do that and stuff, whatever. But I feel like, again, like we know money isn't everything.
Right.
But yet we still respect the money.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So certain things like this creates a divide. And I'm not saying it in a negative way, but I look at it, I'm not trying to say it in a negative way, but I look at it stuff as where you gotta pick a side.
Right.
You have to pick a side.
Yeah.
Right? You have to look at stuff like both of them, what they said and stuff is not wrong. It's right in their aspect and stuff, whatever. So I look at it stuff as like, yo, money don't mean everything. But to you and I, we can agree to that. So we might side to the Kendrick side.
Right.
But then somebody might be like, that's broke ass nigga talk.
Right.
And they side with the Drake side.
Right. Right.
Right? So this is where now there's a divide and stuff when it comes to some of these type of like conversational discussions. And I look at it stuff like money or integrity.
Yeah.
Right? For me personally and stuff, I'm looking like beyond just that because I look at it stuff as where, and this is where you have to respect Drake, where he is true king.
He's the Michael Jackson of this pop era.
Yeah, like he is true king and stuff for there. Because I look at it stuff as like, how many will come for Cole?
Not many.
How many will come for Kendrick?
Probably even less.
But everybody comes for Drake, and Drake is still standing.
Yeah.
So Drake is so far the eternal champion.
Drake, he's the
gladiator. Drake is a gladiator.
I was gonna say no, the throne.
Yeah, Joffrey.
He sits on the Iron Throne.
Yeah, see, Drake is Joffrey.
Drake is Joffrey.
Drake is Joffrey. Drake is Joffrey and stuff, whatever, right? Because it's like, yo, you don't like think about it. When you watch thing, you're like, look at this punk ass kid. Who the fuck do you think he is? Saying and doing all these type of things, whatever. Drake's like, yo, I'm gonna paint my nails rainbow-like and still fuck more bitches than you. That is some Joffrey shit. That is it not. That's some Joffrey shit. Be like, yo, the nigga Drake gay. Drake might take your mama out on a date at LA Dodgers like stadium on a one-on-one. Do not play with Aubrey. When I think he made that little skit on the internet, whatever, like, you know, like it must be a TikTok. And the guy's out taking this girl out to dinner and then like she's all on Drake team.
Right.
You think that's a joke? Do you think that's a joke, kind sir?
There's a reality in some people's lives.
Boss, could you imagine? Well, it was a basketball player's mom he took out. Or like a college kid or somebody. He took out somebody's mom and stuff that was known. Booked out the stadium to take her on a date. Look like, yo, leave Joffrey alone. When Joffrey is done, Joffrey is done. It might be that one, because think about it. We say Drake doesn't write his own bars. We say Drake think he's in himself because he's light-skinned. We say Drake paints his race. Like, they say so many things and stuff for that to attack the dude. So when the guy said last year he's going to take a break for his mental health, I was looking like, boss, you should. I was like, it's like, if anybody else, like, no shade to, was it Houston? I heard that allegedly he stabbed himself in the eye. Like, you know, like, and took his eyeball out after that. Whoa, I like that whole thing. Like, fame was too much for him. He couldn't control it, whatever.
Right.
Boss.
Didn't Lloyd do something like that to himself too?
Lloyd?
The singer.
I don't know. I never heard that.
Maybe I'm thinking the other singer.
But I look at this stuff as like, yo, that's a lot. Drake takes a lot of beating. So if the man wants to say like, yo, I'm taking this time off for mental health and everything, I feel like you don't got to announce it. But then in the end, whatever, I look at it stuff as where within the past year, Drake's podcast with the girl that laid in the bed.
Oh.
I bet you that girl did massive fucking numbers because everybody wants to know what this person going through
that
all
Bobby
this.
Olaf or what?
Bobby, yeah, that Bobby chick.
Yeah.
What kind of beating that Drake is taking or what kind of life he's living and stuff, whatever. Again, you guys don't give a fuck about Joffrey, but yet it's still, the numbers will show you give a fuck about Joffrey. You know what I'm saying? Then Drake went on Yachty's thing.
Right.
And they were like on a, like, you know, on like a beach.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the interview and stuff with her, but I know a lot of motherfuckers watch that shit with her. Again, I didn't watch the Bobby thing, but I'm looking like, how you guys claim y'all don't give a fuck about Joffrey, but y'all just constantly tuning into Joffrey.
Tune in this week to Joffrey.
Yo, he's sitting on the Iron Throne.
He's on the Iron Throne.
Everybody, they come for him for everything. I think the thing that hurt me is stuff when DMX is like, I don't like his haircut. I was like, why are you blaming the barber? Leave the barber alone. And then Drake, grows his hair and stuff, whatever. And then I heard Pusha T like, you afraid to grow your fro because you afraid it won't nap enough? And he grew his hair. They come for Joffrey. Soon. Let him be great. Let Drake be great. I just say my piece of stuff because I feel like not only as, I want to say a podcaster, but I look at myself as a person with conversation and stuff, whatever. Well, I'm not blinded by a bias.
Me neither.
I'm not blinded by a bias.
I honestly think I wouldn't mind if he does choose to retire, he just pick up back the acting game again and just body that world.
Man, I thought when he was in I think Like a Man Part 2.
Right.
I thought he was coming back. I was sweating. I was looking like, yo, because remember, look at 50 and all of them, whatever. These rappers and stuff leave the game. LL, they leave the game to go pursue this.
Yeah.
Drake started from that, pursued rapping, and then to say, hey, Joffrey's back. Yo, I was looking like, oh, this movie thing is gonna be different. So then,
different, man.
That's why I look and laugh when I seen Drake in the Too Sexy video. And he had like the Rambo look and this other kind of fat guy look and stuff. And I was like, he's looking like, hey, Joffrey could do it.
You know who could do it. You know your boy could do it.
You see me in a wheelchair.
You know the boy could do it.
So, yeah, like, okay, my last thing is, okay, no, I got a few things about the Cole. Okay, do you believe Cole's apology was harmless?
Yeah, I think the us generation, like we were talking before, I think it's harmless because even though we come from the era where battling and representing is a must, I think we're also at that point of maturity where we can see where Cole is coming from. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And the generation now that's coming up with these rappers, I don't think there's no apology in their bones. So if they were if they were Cole fans, no, because they want to see the beef. They want to see the going back and forth. You know, so to them, and I guess to some diehards to some effect, the Cole apology was lame. Like that's not hip hop. You had people screaming that's not hip hop, right? But with them now, are they really the ones who rode with Cole from the beginning, or are they just the casual fan and he's amongst all the other rap music that they listen to? Because it may not really hurt him. I don't think his core fans are never going to be his core fans. He's built that reputation. Yeah,
I'm there.
Yeah, he's built that reputation of delivering when it's time to deliver.
I'm there.
And his philosophy, right? So that I don't think that will ever hurt his brand in that regard.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like this is just like signifying and put a stamp on his brand even more.
Right.
To me.
Yeah.
Right. You said something and stuff in there. And what I wanted to ask you and stuff, whatever, is that like, okay, does the apology from Cole to you seem like a step of humility?
I don't know if it seems like a step of humility to me, more than knowing that. More than knowing that Kendrick Lamar is not gonna be a one song deal, right. And you may be thinking of your career and thinking about, but you have other things that you may want to get to or you might want to accomplish, and just this might type a few things. So let me get. I did what I did now because I can't undo what I did now, and it's out there. This may be my way of saying, hey, I'm a bow. I don't care how it looks because I'm still on brand even when I bow out. Right. So let me get rid of this energy and focus on what I was focusing on before Kendrick came up and said he's top dog of the big three.
In order for a tree to grow to heaven, the roots have to be deep-seated in hell. You know the evil that he's capable of. You know the bars that he's capable of doing.
Yeah.
Right? And that's why I look at it stuff as where I do feel like to the extent that that this apology was harmless.
Right.
But it's still looking like 7 minute drill, no one can take back.
But that's what I'm saying. It was out, I put it out there. Yeah. You can't take it back now, so let me go back on brand now. You know what I mean? Yeah. To continue on with my trajectory.
Yeah. It's like, onward.
Right? Yeah. Shit. I got a chalk up. I don't know what kind of the numbers the Metro Boomin track is gonna do with you know what I mean? Shit, let me get back here in this lane
and do what I do.
So that I can ride.
I feel like to the younger generation, you were saying like they want to see the beef. I feel like apology, like how you said they won't give an apology. I feel like apology will look soft.
Yeah.
To them.
Yeah.
Right? So, I feel like that's what he did and stuff like this is a step of humility and stuff. So what, does humility seem soft to people? Like, does humility seem soft to you?
No, it doesn't seem soft to me.
Why is it because you're growing and you're elevated? Would you look at humility as soft back then? Let's say you were a teenager. Right. Let's say you were 18, 19 and stuff, whatever. At the peak of your adolescence and stuff.
Maybe back then. And that was
so again, because you're an involved person.
Being an involved person.
So humility doesn't seem weak.
Yeah.
Humility doesn't seem soft.
No, not at all.
But then to the
seems
people,
like I find it a strength. I actually find that it being a strength.
I do too.
That you're willing to accept and not be affected by it. Let's just say that, right?
100.
And him showing that, yeah, I at this day and age, I can respect that. Maybe when I was 19 growing up, in the surroundings that I'm growing up with, with the one or two knuckleheads that are probably listening to the same music, thinking the same
good old knuckleheads.
Good old knuckleheads, right? Like, no, I probably think that shit was off. And I definitely would be screaming, that's not hip hop, because at that point in that time, hip hop is also, with us maturing, hip hop has also matured too, right? So we've moved, some of us has moved away from that mindset.
How so?
Of always constantly being like hard and
I feel like hip hop started off great.
Yeah.
Grandmaster Flash.
Yeah.
Like I said, I said it before. I'm glad I said it on wax, and I stand by it. Hip hop and stuff, and like the 80s don't do drugs.
Right.
Hip hop in my time and stuff, whatever. In the 90s, be like, you need to sell these drugs.
Right.
Hip hop in like the 2000s and after and everything, you need to take these drugs.
Right. Yeah.
So I look at it stuff as where taking the drugs compared to telling you don't do drugs, you have a fall from grace, kind sir. You don't agree?
I agree, but the majority, the maturing I'm talking about is like within each of those eras,
mm-hmm.
it never got to be a grown man thing. Like those rappers were rapping when they were rapping about the black justice, and prior to that, they're not doing drugs. Yeah. They were all young. They were young doing that. It was still a
Chuck
young
D looked kind of old for a 20-something-year-old at that time, though. Something about the water back then was different.
The water was harsh.
Yo, Flavor Flav, look, he was like 40 and like.
Flavor Flav didn't look old from time.
Like he been fighting the power.
He looked old from time.
So I don't know. Okay, one last thing, and then we can keep it pushing. Is peace for the weak or for the strong? Too early before the polls? Is it too early for? We still gotta get to the polls of the show. But like I said, I was looking like,
still gotta get to the polls.
You gotta go with this energy. You just gotta go with the vibe.
Yeah. I think it's strong.
Why?
Because for you to be at the position of seeking peace,
Mm-hmm.
that means you've conquered everything in your will that you feel like you're supposed to conquer.
Well said. I like that.
Yeah.
I got a little chill. Okay, well said. I would say, like, it does work. It's for the weak and the strong.
Mm-hmm.
Because I look at the pieces, look like, baby, don't cry no more. Like, you know, like, your hurt is going to be over. Shout out to Capleton, man. You know what I'm saying? I look at it as like, yeah, like, you don't have to worry about the suffering. Like, think about how many people and stuff you look like, yo, Trudeau, if you just stop giving the money away.
Right, right.
Like, we're the weak ones. We don't have the power and stuff, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, and then he's like, all right, he's going to stop giving the money away. We're like, thank you. Fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then for the strongs, looking like, I will end this.
I have better things to do.
I have better things to do. So well said. Well said. All right, man. Hold on. Let me look at the time frame. It's 35 minutes. You want to get to the polls of the week?
Let's get to the polls. Polls of the week has been moved into the middle of the show, folks.
Damn! Monologue to kill. All right. Let's get to the polls of the week. First poll of the week and stuff says, would your 10-year-old self be proud of who you are now? And 77% said yes. Talk about it. Think about what you thought you would be when you would be 10 years old. You probably thought you would own the music industry.
Yeah, yeah.
And you did. You are not doing that right now.
No.
Would your 10-year-old self be proud?
No. 10-year-old be like, nigga, we had plans. What's up with that? I can see myself trying to reason with my 10-year-old. Listen, this was this. This is why.
This is why. Ain't no kids don't want to hear shit. Be like, yo, daddy, can we get McDonald's? Look, man, daddy got to pay these bills, We got food at the house and everything. They're not trying to hear that.
Yeah.
It's either yes or no.
Yes or no, daddy.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
No. Oh, all right, loser. So you weren't this. I feel like for me, I'm dancing on like, and I'm not even being biased, but I'm dancing on yes, because I tell you why. Way back when, as a young child living in Miami,
Right.
if I had an arborist or a specialist, I can tell you this tree. I know this tree when I see it. Basically, it's like a regular kind of tree setup, and then it has these like branches, and they're like green, and then the leaves are like big as shit.
Okay.
By himself.
Right.
So like when these things would come down, we would use like the long like piece before the leaf as like bootleg swords. So dudes would play as like Ninja Turtles and stuff. Because these things were just natural, like, and kids played outside. We didn't need the internet.
Right.
I want to be Leonardo. So it's either you Leonardo or like you're putting your shit like in your shirt.
Right.
So
right.
you look like you think you're some kind of ninja, whatever. Right.
Right.
Fast forward now to me being an adult. Naruto's a ninja anime, and I have a Naruto tattoo on me.
Right.
So I didn't far straight from my ninja path. So all of y'all can fuck off. Be like, this guy think he's special. I did not stray far from my ninja path. My Nindo is right here as an adult to this day. So that's why I feel like that.
Still a ninja.
Most of the things that I want to do, I always wanted to do since I was younger and stuff was always to help people, and much less always to be around people who are loving and help nourish and flourish them.
Right.
At any space, shape, or form and stuff to kind of make them happy. Right. And I think that even like with you, like I enjoy our conversations and stuff like that together and moving around and stuff. I like being in your vibe and everything like that. So I feel like it's stuff that never really changed. I want to say when I was younger.
Yeah.
Look like, yo, you want to come play Street Fighter? I gotta go DJ. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, but now we have these bomb ass conversations and stuff, whatever, and we out here making some coin doing it, whatever. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking like, I didn't stray far from my path.
Far from the path, yeah.
So my 10-year-old self will be proud of who I've become.
Yeah.
So all y'all can suck it again. I'm just playing. So that was it. So that 77% said yes, they would be.
Okay.
I hope all of them are not lying to themselves or lying for the poll purpose.
Right.
But hey.
And even if you didn't hit the mark, but you're close to it and you're happy, I think your 10-year-old kid would say, I
get it.
Yeah.
Because you can't out count all these 10-year-olds and put these 10-year-olds into the same, all these 10-year-olds are not in the same monolith.
Right.
You got some profound 10-year-olds and you got some lighthearted. Let's not, demeaning the kids. Marv, love the kids.
Love the kids.
So I look at it stuff as where, there's some kid stuff be like, oh, I get it. I see it. I understand it. Cool. You didn't fall far from the path.
Right.
However, you're still doing what you are passionate about. And that's one thing that never changes stuff about us. This was what we were passionate about then, and we're still passionate about it to this day.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Next poll of the week was, are we all wired to lie? And 67% said yes, 33% said no. How do you feel about that one?
I think we're wired to lie.
Why?
I think it's one of those defense mechanisms.
Really?
Yeah, I think if you have to protect yourself and even might go to a point where how far you will tell a lie to protect yourself, you might lie to get out of certain things. And it may not even be because you naturally lie or you like lying.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are in a predicament where it's either lie or save your life, I think it's a skill that it just pops into action on its own.
You're absolutely right. You ever saw that video it's a clip I saw on the gram and stuff where the little boy trying to explain to his mom, like, why she caught him looking at porn and why there's porn on the computer?
Right.
That boy was lying. He did everything. And I was looking like, I even said to myself, is his mom going to kill him or murder him and stuff, whatever? He's like, no, I was on the computer, I was looking at bikes, and I was minding my business, and then some pop-up thing came up, I accidentally clicked it, and now there's a virus and stuff, there's just a whole bunch of naked women. Mom, I'm not looking at porn! Mom, I'm not looking at porn!
Lying through his teeth.
But when you said it's for the protection of self, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was for the protection of self, and it's so real and stuff, whatever. Like I've told like younger relatives and stuff, like, yo, if you're in an Uber, because the Uber, you hear stories about Uber drivers getting too frisky,
right,
and everything like that. Right. I've told younger relatives and stuff, whatever. I was like, yo, if you're in an Uber and the guy's talking to you a little too much for your ride, just tell him and stuff, whatever. Just crack the joke. Is like, ha ha. I used to think like that when I once was a man. You're lying to protect yourself. So I look at it stuff as like, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. I see no other way and stuff, whatever. I want to say yes. I'm on the yes side and stuff. Do you see the no side? Where you say that they're not wired to lie? Mm-hmm. Like it's a given choice?
I don't see that.
I feel like it's still a choice if you know you're going to lie, though.
It's still a choice if you know you're gonna lie.
But then you can choose to lie or you can choose not to lie. So that's why I feel like you're not really wired, because you're wired with the yay or the nay.
Yeah, but I think, and that's why I say in certain instances, like it's like an instinct. It's automatic, right? It's the defense mechanism.
So people just
because you don't want to lie. You're not trying to lie, right?
Yeah.
But you're just like, my mama gonna cut my ass. This lie it just flew out of my mouth. This lie said, no, your ass ain't getting cut. You gonna tell this untruth right now.
So it's on the computer and then the virus popped up. And I was like, yo, this kid is wild. I was like, in my head, I'm like, really? Really,
yeah.
nigga? Really, nigga?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing.
Would you rather be lied to or get brutal honesty?
Again, now at this mature stage, brutal honesty.
Really?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
that's dope. I don't think a lot of people really want the brutal honesty. Because I
could agree with that.
And the reason why I say stuff like when you say at this stage,
yeah,
I'm looking at it stuff as where, you know, you're hip hop, you know, you're 50 years, right?
Right.
You're just turning 50 years and stuff, whatever. And I look at it stuff as where I don't see too many 50-year-old people that I know can handle the brutal honesty. So I feel like you're in a class of your own and stuff with a few other people and stuff that like, you know, like I want to say honorable mentions.
Right.
But okay. I want to talk about a person that we know, more so you know, that I know and stuff, whatever, right? I want to say some things and I want to lead to pop the person up in your head.
Okay.
Whatever, right?
Okay.
They bake on the side. To a lot of people, that might be a lot. But you can you hone in?
Right, yeah.
They have a daughter who's fire.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about now? Tell me the letter the name starts with.
V?
M.
Okay.
Here's the pose. You know what I'm talking about?
Why?
That's the pose.
All right. So
you know what I'm talking about now.
Okay, so what is wrong with them though?
I feel like, well, one, I'm not a fan of anybody putting their business out on social media.
Right.
Talk to a therapist before you talk to social media.
Right.
The stuff that she would post or even say or blurb and just, you know, and everything, she couldn't handle brutal honesty. Because the brutal honesty would help her not to make the posts or repost the words and the comments or whatever, or even create that kind of content.
Right.
To post it if people were brutal honest. If she was willing to accept people's brutal honesty, I bet you she'll probably evolve that fast.
And that is why I say that give me brutal honesty, because I want to be able to correct myself or correct whatever it is.
Bingo.
That's wrong.
Bingo.
I don't want to be carrying it forward. And like I said, especially now in this point in my life.
Yes.
I need to get as much things as correct the first time, right? And if I can, and then it goes back to what I was saying last week, where I don't mind being corrected. You know what I mean? Like if somebody's out there with a better argument than mine, or they may be able to put me onto things that I may have not known before, that changes my perspective.
Agreed.
I'm all for that.
Agreed. Look at the Simba thing, what you said earlier, stuff, whatever, right? I'm looking like, man, Simba, if you don't sit your, and you're like, when you brought the point, I was like, no further questions.
Right.
Okay. Because I'm okay to be being corrected myself too.
Yeah. So and that's what I'm saying. Like I would never want to be lied to or sugar-coated, because that's never gonna help me.
Yes. I agree to that. Well said. Do you practice radical honesty?
Radical honesty. It sounds like it's coming to you like this.
Or we can, you know, if you need a definition or image for the definition, we'll just say Marv.
What does it, Marv? Radical honesty.
Like I feel like I swim in a world of radical honesty.
Okay.
Because I feel like for me, radical honesty to me makes deeper and more real connections. If I tell you a stuff, I'm walking with no malice.
Yeah.
Don't think anything I'm telling you and stuff is to help break you down. It's to help build you and make you a better person. Yeah,
but I think you're a little too stern to be radical. I think it just comes out brutal. I think it just comes off brutal, Marv.
No, but I don't say things. I don't say things that I want to say the public would agree with,
right?
Or I might say controversial things and stuff like that they might look at and stuff and agree with, right?
Yeah.
I want to say depending on the person and their state of mind, they will think about the things I would say. Like, okay, my favorite hot take, if we're going there, my hot take is stuff to the world, and I have it on wax. Michael Jackson is the greatest transracial person ever to live. Changed my mind. Mike Jackson started off in the game as a black boy singing the Jackson 5.
Right.
If we held a knee graft up to Mike before he became a corpse, he would fail. I have Caucasian friends that are more darker than Michael Jackson was. Michael Jackson's money for Vitiligo was different. So when you see people with Vitiligo, like no shade, like Winnie Harlow and other people and stuff like that, whatever, that's broke Vitiligo. Rich Vitiligo looks like Michael. When he said you had vitiligo, I was like,
what the hell is that? That's a vitiligo. I swear vitiligo did not exist before Michael Jackson.
Black people love Michael Jackson when he was black, and black people love Michael Jackson when he was white. White people love Michael Jackson when he was black, and white people love Michael Jackson when he was white.
Even more white people like Michael Jackson when he was white.
You're fucked.
And
that's what I'm saying. When I say that now, to the stratosphere, they'd be like, oh, what do you mean he's not transracial and stuff like that, whatever. I was like, okay, but you got shit on Rachel Dolezal.
Yeah, you got shit on Rachel Dolezal.
And if even like Snoop does a white face, it's problematic. If a white person is to do blackface and stuff, whatever, it's problematic.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson gave y'all both. And their tickets still sold out. And people still fainting.
Michael went from an afro to shoulder length hair.
How, Sway? How? I was like, Michael got that ultimate Jerry curl. Like, yo, you know I'm bad. And I see it. I was like, all right, cool. Jerry curl's now past now, whatever. You see Mike, I think like, what is it? They don't care about us. Mike had the shortcut, that the bob that kind of just bounced and everything. I was like, wow, go on. We're letting this slide? We're letting this slide. That means Mike is relaxing his shit constantly. We know the Negro exists in him, whatever, right?
Yeah, we know it's
Mike
there.
got money.
We know it's there. Mike erased that part.
Like, yo, I look at this stuff, it's like, you don't think Beyonce wakes up and stuff with coal in her eye?
She probably got rich coal in her eye.
And this is what I'm saying. The beehive might come from me.
Right.
I am radically honest. Because you got to know for a fact, like, yo, these people are regular human beings like other people were. Some nights you might sleep and look all cute and gorgeous, and some nights you might wake up with coal in your eye.
You might have run belly. You might wake up with run belly.
You might have diarrhea.
Yeah.
They'll be like, yo, Beyonce has diarrhea, whatever. Don't say that about our queen. You see? I'm being radically honest. If we put Beyonce and stuff, whatever, and put her on a quarter stand, like, you know, with a Bible in her hand, like, yo, have you ever had diarrhea before? She'd probably be like, there was a tour night on that, and there was Taco Bell was alive and well.
Yeah, it was the one spot.
Yo,
it was the one spot.
You ran for the border, had you running back to the telly. Yo.
It was in the middle of nowhere. Street meat.
Would you shit outside? Okay, hold on. Choice.
Yeah.
Drop a deuce in a filthy gas station toilet. You'll hover. You can hover.
I can hover?
Yeah, you can hover.
I can hover.
Stankin' in there. Or drop a deuce where at least probably 2 or 3 people can see you. Like behind a tree. They know you're back there copping a squad.
Where at least 2 or 3 people? I might have to stick to the gas station at that point.
Nothing, boy.
I might have to stick to the gas station at that point. Give me some woods where nobody can see me.
They be like,
I'm one with nature.
Hey, Smokey! Smokey, you back there taking a shit? Yo, this is one of those. Smooth! You back there taking a shit? Man, no, man.
Get out of here. Leave.
Hey, okay. All right. Just being brutally honest. I'm just being honest. All right. The polls are over.
Polls are over?
Polls are finally over. Like, we close to an hour in and the polls are over. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Something different.
Yeah.
Something different.
We got to the polls quickly.
We got to the polls. Yeah, we got to them kind of quick.
We got to them quickly.
I want to talk about like Dollarama making that money. Because I had a question for you and stuff like that, whatever.
Yeah.
And I hit you earlier in the week with it, but I want you to let it cook. So now I'm going to ask you again in front of the cameras, in front of the internet, the place where things go and never die.
Never die.
All right. Now that Dollarama is balling, would you, if you were single, buy a Dollarama condom? Dollarama now, back in the day, the old school dollar stores had knockoff galore.
Right.
Dollarama isn't.
No.
Dollarama is selling you brand name shit.
Yeah. And the fact that Dollarama is no longer a dollar. So, is as much as it's brand name, you're still probably going to pay like half the price. And I don't mind. It's like shopping at the thrift shop. You know what I mean? And you're still getting quality goods, but you're just getting it at a lower price. And
would you use a Dollarama condom?
It's not a Dollarama condom. It's
a Trojan condom.
It's a Trojan condom.
Cut the check.
Or it's a Durex. Cut another check. It's one of those brands, but it's certainly ending up in the Dollarama store where everything else is.
You trust it? Because I was told, legend has it, the folklore once said that the dollar store sells knockoff and cheaper and poor quality versions of things. The defects go to Dollarama.
Yeah, but now that I think they've made themselves, now that they've made themselves into something substantial to
Dollarama has probably been one of the most powerful stores since. So bad, you see friggin', what is it? People going to the superstore,
right?
Putting tags, writing Post-it notes, on tags saying it's cheaper in Dollarama.
Yeah. So with that type of weight, one, I don't think they have to sell the knockoffs now. Because if I'm a company and I got extra shit that I can't get rid of, I'm calling up Dollarama, baby. Say, listen, I got some shit about to expire. Because they're probably just getting it. That's the only thing that you'll have to look for is the expiry date. Because they're probably getting the just about to expire shit where, nobody else is picking up right away in the department stores or the grocery stores. You call Dollarama and say, listen, I got some shit, they about to expire in about a month time. Dollarama knows I got a chain wide of cheap locations to push this shit through.
Okay, so in the Dollarama I seen, they sold Trojan Trojan ends, right?
Trojan ends.
And I didn't feel comfortable with that piece on there because I'm telling a friend's story and at a time, he went to go talk to a chick and the only condom he was able to use was a Trojan ends. Now, when he was doing the deed, the condom broke and he's like, damn it! If it was a real it would never broke.
It never.
So when I saw it in Dollarama, whatever, I was like, you're not about to get me. You got him already and stuff, whatever, right?
I'm not about to get you.
With him now, like, he even went home that day and prayed the girl wasn't pregnant and stuff like that, whatever. But I'm like, pregnancy is the least of your worries. I'm being radically honest.
You're being radically honest.
Am I lying?
No, it's not. I just tend to think now there might be a little bit more trustworthy brands inside Dollarama. They've earned themselves. They've earned themselves the gold star
to drop off the ends and get the real deal.
They can now go to the next supplier.
Yo, I don't know. Some people will be bougie with it. They're like, nah, I'm fucking with Dollarama. Oh,
no. You're still gonna have some people that ain't gonna fuck with Dollarama.
They're too uppity, man. That's what kills me and stuff, whatever. Like, I mean, people look like me a hater. Walmart is my favorite store. CTC. Dollarama is my second in Canada. And then like clothing-wise, whatever, I'm whatever when it comes to clothing-wise because I have different kind of styles and feelings.
Yeah.
So I look at it as I'm not really loyal to like a set thing. I want to say, if any case, and stuff, I want to say for years, I've probably kind of been more Nike loyal because of the quality of how they do things.
Right.
Right? Like I have a pair of Nike socks and stuff, whatever, I've had for so long and they have yet to tap out. and I've had other socks and stuff, whatever. Like I don't know if it's like even like with these.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm about to say, well, no, it's fraying. But like even like these, it'll start to thin out right here.
Yeah.
But then my Nike socks or whatever, Energizer Bunny,
Right.
it's still going. I even wore it the other day. I was looking like, I bought this when I was married.
Wow.
And
The
the bitch,
socks last longer.
what? Hey,
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
ex-wife. He said it. I can't defend your honor no more because we're no longer together like that. But I said I'm sorry for you. How do you deal with uppity people? Because there's certain things and stuff, whatever you might say to yourself, you're not picky.
Yeah.
And then uppity people, like an uppity person and stuff, whatever, like that you might interact with, would be like, it's nerf or nothing, baby. Go hard or go home. You're looking like, you're like, yo, we can still do it on a smaller scale.
Yeah, I usually try to help take them down a peg. But if I can't do that, then I try my best to ignore them. Some of them are too uppity though. Some as much you try to take them down, they stay up.
If it's not, then it's stuck.
They stay up.
That song has a whole nother meaning and stuff, whatever. Be like, yo, I'm not trying to take you down to break you down. I'm trying to take you down to show you that you don't have to. Like, no. I'm uppity for a fucking reason. I'm up. Wow. Lesson learned. Oh, that's crazy. All right. I wanted to say RIP to OJ Simpson.
Juice.
How do you feel about OJ Simpson passing away?
You know, it's unfortunate. He was only 76, I think. They said his age was.
Mm-hmm.
And for someone who's I don't know if all athletes feel like because they've had such an athleticism for such a long time, I mean, barring all the injuries they might face,
okay, that
they're somewhat healthy to push on to the years. So, you know, obviously stuff like cancer, like you can't really put any type of age limit on
that's
that
fair.
or time frame on that. So,
agreed.
You know, but I don't know if you feel like you could go a little bit longer. You're maybe not seeing 76. So,
do you think 76 is a blessed age?
You know, to go through all of what he's gone through and still survive,
still stand for that.
Yeah, I think this is a blessed age for him. So
okay, what do you think would be a blessed age for? I would say a normal person or average person. Excuse me.
I would say if you could live to be about 80, that'd be nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think like the things that we do today and stuff, whatever, like generational wise, that 80 mark is being attained or reached? Because I look at it as like, if I'm being radically or brutally honest,
yeah,
my father and my uncle and stuff, whatever, you know, my father and your uncle and stuff, whatever, did not make it to 80.
Right.
Yeah. So I look at it stuff as where, are you confident enough to feel like you would make it past 80?
Confident to feel like I'll make it close to 80.
Close,
yeah.
But not
if not
past.
If not past it, hopefully past it.
Okay,
but
you don't sound that confident.
I feel like I could, you know, I could get to 80.
Okay,
and part of that is knowing that
yo mama, yo pops.
Part of that is knowing that, you know, it's funny because our diets are even different.
Of course.
Right? And
certain things we do.
Certain things we do is different. So that's where I see that. And then with that is the advancement of medicine, let's say, right?
But some people don't even trust doctors to this day. Like I look at it.
Well, I'm a trusting man. And that's why I say
Really, nigga.
And that's why I say plus 80.
You might be trusting now.
To a certain extent.
There it is.
To a certain extent.
There's that unvaxxer inside of you.
To a certain extent.
That's what I was like.
Right? But, if my doctor says, okay, you need to start eating better, right? Or eating this types of foods, or, I'm taking it into consideration as, you know what? I've been eating a lot of beef growing up, a lot of oxtails, even though I don't know where it's coming from, a lot,
fake oxen. Hashtag find me an ox.
A lot of these hearty foods that it's probably not typical for a regular diet. So I gotta change those things. So with that in mind, I may have ate it, but I had not ate it as much as your father, my uncle, my uncle's uncles, my dad, my mom, my dad, right? So I would expect maybe that would help me extend. And it just like you always say, we know better, we do better. It also pertains to the quality of life.
Bingo.
Right?
Sure.
So that's why I say, I think 80, if I could get to that mark, I think I'm happy with that. But I'd love to see past it. I would love to see past it as well.
Yeah, I would love to see you past that, whatever. I just would love for you to
like
speak.
30 years.
Yeah, I would just love for you to speak more fucking confidence in your voice box. You're like, I would hope. No, I know I'm going to make it past 80.
Right.
I know I'm going to make it past 80 and stuff, whatever, right? 90 though. 90, I sound like you at your 80.
That next 10. That next 10 might be a little challenge.
No, because, and I look at the stuff as where, I feel like your tribe would change.
Right.
My tribe, I want to say my tribe is another driving factor why I'm me.
Okay.
Right? So I look at it stuff as like my tribe and stuff. I look at it stuff as where like even conversations like this or conversations with other friends and everything like that, whatever, right? Like I told a friend the other day and stuff, I was like, I wasn't keen and stuff, whatever. She's older. So you got 11 years on me?
Yeah.
So she has 10 years on me.
Okay.
We're having this conversation and stuff, big sis, whatever, right? Shout out to Chrissy. So Chrissy and I having this conversation and stuff. And I was like, yo, normally like I will stretch kind of like, while I'm drinking my tea.
Yeah.
Kind of get my body warm and stuff, whatever. So I'm drinking my tea in the morning and then just like, do a little stretch to kind of get me going, right? Just to get the body a little bit warmed up. And I can stretch, I can like, bring my right heel to my right butt cheek.
Okay.
So when I'm stretching my knees and stuff like that,
right,
I'll do that. I'll hold that pose and stuff, whatever. Nothing. The minute I do that bitch with the left, I hear. I was like, is that popcorn? I was like, what is that? And I got scared. So I was having a conversation and stuff, and I was like, it was crazy because now it's kind of like a thing.
Right, yeah.
Right? So I now have to adjust my world and stuff to it. Like, I've been trying to work on my posture and everything and walking and stuff, whatever, and everything, doing more stretching. You know what I'm saying? So funny now, let's say if I did that stretch in the morning when I'm having my tea, later that night I had a rendezvous.
Okay.
Right? When I go to have my rendezvous and stuff, whatever, certain positions require certain kind of poses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when I got into that pose, no pain in the right knee.
Okay.
No tingle, no nothing.
Okay.
All reliable over here.
It's back, baby. It's back.
This heifer right here.
Yeah. No, ain't never coming back.
There's this one Dipset song. It's like, who am I? Who am I? I was like, and then I just hear the chaos thing. I'm not the man I used to be. Ooh. I'm different. I'm different.
Mm.
Right? And I was having this conversation and stuff with her. And she's like, embrace it.
Yeah.
Because the sooner you embrace it, you find a new way to adapt to it.
Right.
And then she's like, And she said, picture.
Hold your leg up like this so you don't have to miss. And no pressure on it.
Something. Right now and stuff for that, I kind of do like a Captain Morgan pose. So it's kind of like, and I kind of like, all right, I could be the master of my universe. But her example stuff was dope as hell and stuff. But like, she was giving an example. She's like, picture your kid and stuff, whatever. You have no power over who your kid might be with. You would hope your kid be with somebody and stuff that might be a brain surgeon that treats them right and gives them all the kind of care, and you don't have to financially worry about them and everything like that, whatever. But like, okay, but your kid might fall in love with a felon.
Right.
But they might be a reformed kind of felon.
Right.
Whatever, right? And you have to adjust your mindset to know for a fact that like, yo, this felon has kind of proven himself to you. Let me embrace them.
Yeah.
And then now you adapt to it. It'll be like, maybe my child didn't need the brain surgeon to be with. They just needed someone that was reliable and there for them.
Right.
And I was like, well said, but I still don't like how my knee makes sounds though. So yeah, that part.
Yeah.
All
Bring
right.
an oil can to it like the Tin Man.
You're a mean guy. But it's so true.
Don't worry. I'm 50, bro. I know those ones.
One last quick thing and stuff about OJ. Was he guilty? That's the $1 million question.
Man, I was.
Are we gonna talk about the? Yeah, keep it.
I always felt like, you know, if he didn't actually do it, he was somewhere in the bushes,
watching it,
making sure shit went down how it's supposed to go.
Watching it. Robot Chicken had a whole thing and stuff about like, I think Roger Rabbit did it. So he's like, Roger Rabbit and stuff is like, yo, I need you to kill my wife,
Right.
Jessica Rabbit,
Right.
because she's wilding out here, and I'll kill your wife.
This is a trade-off.
This is a trade-off. Let's get to the question of the week, man. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Question of the week says, do you want to be a boss? And I say that to say, to be in charge of somebody, the financial responsibility, what it takes to kind of be a boss, to lead a team, right? You might have possible sleepless nights.
Yeah.
Like I look at it stuff where I think we kind of like forget, let's say even a company like Facebook, Meta.
Right.
Where Mark Zuckerberg, the actor. Mark Zuckerberg. We have to look at it stuff as how many sleepless nights that man has probably done had to be in charge of $1 billion company.
Yeah.
I want to say we got a sliver of the Social Network movie where how it started off where picture, I had this idea with a roommate of mine's. He helped put up his collateral.
Yeah.
We made this happen to the fact that we don't even speak to each other no more. Right. And even when I think not only when those twins and stuff from Harvard sued him, but even Eduardo Saverin sued him. Right.
Yeah.
And that guy's a crafty guy, Eduardo.
He was a crafty guy.
Well, the fact that he denounced his citizenship, took his money back to Brazil, and then converted the money over.
Right.
And he paid like less tax on his billions. That's a game master right there.
Mm-hmm.
But I look at it stuff as, think about the sleepless nights. Like I would have a sleepless night if I knew for a fact, like, say this was that.
Yeah.
This was that and stuff, whatever, right? And then, I don't know, let's say you want to Chad Hugo me for something. I'm sorry. I love the Neptunes, though. It really still hurts. But you want to Chad Hugo me for something.
Right.
Right?
Right.
I look at this stuff, I was like, yo, I love you. Like, yo.
Why me?
No, not even why me. Like, I love you. Like, we need the courts?
Yeah, yeah.
Do we really need the courts?
Right.
Like, I would probably lose sleep over that.
Right.
I probably lose sleep and stuff, and I'd be like, yo, I always look at this stuff as like, you know, I don't know, there's it's on a Clips album, the guy's like, man, come on, Kai. He's like, yo, the guy's like, yo, Kai is like, yo, don't tell me you get me. Like, yo, got me, man. Like, yo, like, I'm paying your kid like it's for my kid and everything. Like, he's like, you know, I got you, Kai. Don't do me like this, Kai. I'm like, Spoon, I got you. I'm gonna get you your bread. Like, don't do me like that. So I like, what's I'm saying? I'm like, to be a boss, you have these sleepless nights. You might lose friends. You might lose a spouse.
I don't.
Do you want to be a boss?
I don't want to have to be responsible for anybody else but me.
I'm not mad at that.
Leave me to be with me. I wouldn't want to be. But you know what? The other thing though, if I was called on to be a leader, I don't think I would mind leading.
What's the difference between a leader and a boss?
Well,
to you,
to me, is showing the potential in you and hoping that you make the potential come out, and not ordering you to make the potential come out. Yeah.
Oh, so it's not too far from the Colin Powell thing.
Yeah.
A leader is a person that motivates an individual to achieve their own personal agenda.
Right.
So it's like, I'm doing this to help push the potential out of you so you can go be great on your own.
Right.
And you feel like a boss would just hold that back?
A boss wouldn't hold that. Or the
opposite? Like, what would be the opposite of that?
But the boss would, he would force you into that role.
To be great?
Yeah, he'd force you into that role.
But some people,
so some people you need to take the whips and chains out to get the movement to mobilize into action. Yes, I agree.
Do you lead with the stick or do you lead with the carrot?
I agree with that.
Okay.
But I'm the type of person that I would rather lead with the carrot if it came to that. Otherwise, leave me alone on Single Drew Island. Let me work on my own damn problems and be the boss of my own damn self.
I do not want to be a boss. I would hope that I like the leader thing, but I would hope and stuff, whatever. I don't want a major team. Like if whatever endeavors that I am going into, I would want a small team.
A small team where each member is flexible.
Equal. Yeah. I like flexible, but I prefer like equal.
Right.
Because I look at it stuff as like a small team with more of a 5-point plan.
Okay.
Be like, if the problem is, why can't we, get better lighting or something like that, whatever, right? If that was the case and stuff, whatever, then be like one person to say, oh, well, this place sells better lighting and stuff for like this amount of dollars, or like this place on Wish might sell better bulbs or something like that, or I know somebody and everybody's collaborating and stuff for there. So it's like, they'll be like, you know what? That might seem more reasonable for us, but if somebody's like, even like, I'm not in charge, but somebody's like, yo, I'm down for that option and stuff for that. Buy it from like, another cheaper place.
Right.
Who else is down? Be like, yeah, it'll save us money and stuff in the long run, and it'll get what we need done and everything.
Right.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I don't like the final say just relying on one person.
Right.
Not so much.
No, not so much.
I'd
rather the consensus.
And shout out to Simba. I will come back and stuff and give it to Simba and stuff, whatever. My mama said treat the janitor like a boss, because everybody plays a role in order to stop you from taking a loss.
Right.
But then how many people we know and stuff, whatever, just look at even the people in the mall who clean up after like us in the food court.
Right.
Like remedial or probably demeaning. Right?
Mm-hmm.
When at the end of the day and stuff, whatever, if they didn't pick up your shit, you would have probably sat there, or you probably have nowhere clean to sit to eat.
True.
Yeah.
Yep.
All righty. Let's get to Ask the Sons for the week. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
First one comes from JJsquad. What does it mean if a woman sends you a selfie picture of herself? When I saw that question, I thought about it, and I was like, I want to hear your take on it first.
She's ashamed of her body.
If she sends you a selfie?
She don't want to send that body shot? She's ashamed of her body. I'm just saying.
So what if she send you a selfie body shot?
Maybe she might, she might get a pass, but usually they send the face, they send the face selfies.
That's more higher percentage for the face selfie. But if they got the titties and stuff, whatever too, or the cleavage, they'll just catch all of that with the headshot, whatever, and angles.
I think she's into herself.
That.
Yeah. I think she would be into herself.
I think that I don't like when I see like a chick's background on her phone, or a woman's background on her phone, and it's her. It annoys me. For me, it tells you stuff whatever, like, yo, you're so narcissistic. Like, there's one way of having adoration, like admiration for yourself.
Right.
But you gotta put it on your background? On your phone?
You need to be reminded, man.
Of what? What you look like?
Look at me, I'm beautiful.
Disgusting. Anywho, next question.
Next question.
Next question comes from Speakerbox 3K. What political scandal was so absurd it seemed like fiction?
I still can't believe that Trump got away with grabbing her in the pussy.
Oh, grab her in the pussy? Boss. It does seem like fiction. To be honest and stuff, whatever, I can't. I'll put that up there.
Yeah.
Because they still made him president after that.
That's what I'm saying.
I think the Rob Ford thing with the smoking crack.
With smoking crack. Oh.
The smoking crack. I was like, what? Because I didn't understand. What's his name? Kwame Kilpatrick did some different shit. What's the other guy and stuff that was in DC?
Mary?
Yeah, Marion Barry.
Marion Barry.
Man, with the prostitutes and the drugs.
He was party. He was Diddy before Diddy.
Yo, no, there was women there. There were women involved. Have you no dignity? Rest your soul, Marion Barry. That Rob Ford shit kind of fucked me up. But you know what fucked me up recently? And it's so funny. I don't know, it slipped my mind and stuff. I wanted to talk about this stuff. It just clicked to me when I thought about this question. Did you hear about the Vietnamese billionaire sentenced to death?
Oh, yeah.
Because she frauded the government, basically?
She had, they said she basically had
so
a
like
bank.
16 billion?
Yeah, she basically had a bank that she was running.
From the GDP?
Yeah.
Boss.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've never heard of a billionaire being sentenced to death. I've never heard of that. Like, because I'm thinking to myself here, like, I got 5 passports until never going to jail. And even like a Peter Nygaard and stuff like that, whatever.
No.
Well, all the money that like he has and all that type of stuff, sentenced to death?
Sentenced to death.
That's a political scandal, though.
And I'm wondering, like, because, okay, apparently it's like this whole movement over there to clean up the corruption. So I'm like, what did the people previous to her who they went after got? Because this is making the news. This billionaire getting the death sentence.
Yeah. This is something different. I look at this stuff as where, because they realized with Vietnam, remember what China used to be, and I'm not shitting on China. Think about this. I remember this is Cat Williams' joke. I'm not big for Chinese people. Damn near half the things in my house is made from China.
Mm-hmm.
If you look now, most of the things are being made now in Vietnam.
Okay.
So Vietnam is getting this guap.
Right.
I know for a fact,
right.
And you know how I know for a fact, Nike has a factory in Vietnam. Right. Other people are going to this place and stuff in Vietnam to build these type of places and stuff, whatever. The Vietnamese people aren't stupid that know that bread could be made. And no shade on the African folk and stuff, whatever, but like African folk didn't understand things like oil. So that's why when Shell and those other companies came in and stuff, whatever, they took advantage of them.
Right.
The Vietnamese people and stuff, whatever, they were on guard for this shit and they were ready. But then to have one of your own, like, be like, yo, swindle management? Woo, jeez. it went from just a billionaire problem to a political scandal because the fact that it can fuck with the GDP of a country,
Yep.
that is different.
Yeah.
It's equivalent to like I think the amount of money was like equivalent to $16.4 billion.
It was nuts.
US?
It was
equivalent?
nuts.
Dog.
She ran the bank.
Yo, who run the world? Girls. So
She had the keys to the bank.
I just never
And
would've
maybe
thought.
maybe the power to print money because she was rolling.
She was rolling. Let's get to the last question of the week. What? Oh, this is from Lord Tonka. Lord_Tonka. What is one movie you wish you never saw? You want to count it down?
I liked a few movies, man. I'm trying to think of. Oh, Pin.
What the fuck is Pin? It sounds like a bowling movie.
No, Pin was. Oh, how do I describe it now?
You sound devastated.
Bro. Remember the other day we were talking about you going to movies and
you
either
wasting
have
your
it
money?
worth it.
Yeah.
But Pin was a definite waste of friggin' money. It's about this kid, and I think I don't know if he grew up with his
Pinwheel?
I don't know if his father-in-law was like some sort of doctor or whatever, but he grew up in the medical profession home.
Okay.
And it was just some weird shit, man. It's just Pin.
It was weird. It was different.
Yeah, it was just
for me
and stupid all at the same time.
For me, deep down inside, because like I didn't break my neck for Squid Game, so I don't break my neck. I don't break my neck for a lot of things.
Yeah,
but for me, I swear I wish I never saw Human Centipede.
Human Centipede.
I feel like I wanted to be in a population of people that haven't seen Human Centipede.
Right.
But I'm in a population of stuff that's seen Human Centipede.
I've seen it.
Like to see a person's lips sewed to another person's ass.
Wow. Yeah.
Like it was a lot. And who's the guy? Remember they used to do the movies? Siskel and Ebert?
Siskel and Ebert.
I'm dating myself, right? I'm dating myself. I think it was Ebert. Ebert, he reviewed that shit somewhere before he passed, rest his soul. And the man said, this movie, you can't hate it, you can't love it, but we come from a world. The man saying, I'm paraphrasing, he's like, but we live in a world where the stars don't shine. Take that in. Take that in. He's like, you can either hate it or you can love it, but we live in a world where the stars don't shine. And I was like, I didn't like the movie and I didn't like the fucking review you even said for that, whatever. But the review covers it. It's like, to me, I interpret it as the world is dark enough for this movie to be made. Like, this should have been a shadow thought to like a serial killer on death row.
Yeah.
Where like it'd have been like, what if, never mind, I can't do it to no more victims, and they get executed.
And then they get executed.
But the motherfucker came in like, let's put it in a movie. And then my curious young ass at the time be like, what the hell? Then I was thinking like, what the hell? Can't get that time back. I'm done.
Pin.
Pin.
1988.
Damn.
Trying to see who's...
Any stars in there?
I was trying to look at it. It was an indie film still. So
okay.
Stars in it.
The thing is the indie films that might fuck you up.
That was the cast.
Those are all...
You recognize anyone?
No, I don't recognize anybody. So they're D-list actors then.
Yeah.
They're D-list actors.
That movie.
Shout out to Shamar Moore. Be all you can be. And here, that's it.
That's it.
That's a wrappers. We are here at the end.
We're here.
We finally made it. We took a long time to get to the beginning.
Yeah, I mean,
we kind of jogged through it like different. We
took the scenic route.
We took the scenic route
today.
So say the Suns this week. So Citizens this week says, don't turn your pain into pride. So say the Sons. I feel like, especially with, like, I've been interacting with a lot of people and stuff, whatever, and I've been running on, like, minimum sleep.
Right.
And motherfuckers is not taking, I told you, people have been taking pride in their, like, what? You slept for 5 hours? What are you complaining about? I only slept for 3.5. The human body requires more than that. Don't be proud of that.
Yeah. No worries. We'll catch up on them.
And I feel like, but a lot of people do that now. I feel like that's the thing. Like, they're not taking their pain and trying to, like, learn from it and be better or be, you know.
No.
They just leave it and stuff and take it as this pride moment and stuff, whatever. Like, oh, because I was cursed out by a bag of sailors, this is the way I'm going to talk for the rest of my life. No, You can do better. You can do better.
Is it pride or excuse?
To them, it's more pride.
To them, it's more pride.
To them, it's more pride. So to an evolved person, it would be an excuse, right? I look at this stuff, it is an excuse, and I'm not going to enable your excuse.
Right, yeah.
Because I'm evolved. I'm beyond it. But then to them who are living in that moment, this So Say the Sons is for you. You. So Say the Sons. We are here at the end. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for your comment. Yeah, man. Everybody like, comment, subscribe, all of the above. All streaming platforms. You can see these lovely faces on YouTube and Spotify. And also the website, podicalsons.com.
Headshot selfie.
Aren't you not proud of your body?
Headshot selfie.
Body shots. Wait, that don't sound too right. Pause. Once again, thank you for listening to Podical Sons. Remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. And not body shots. Peace.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.